now and again, I've told you guys that my voice sounds a little bit different when I've just woken up. I just woke up 19 minutes ago. Don't worry, it'll even out. It always does. You know, when I first switched back from doing the 10-hour shifts to the 8-hour shifts, I was like, sweet. I'm gonna have all this extra time to get things done. Get extra work done, right? It'll be great. And, I don't know if that'll ever be a thing. I mean, I did finish the LTTP theater pretty good way. It's like 2/3 of the way done with the Diablo rewrite script. So it's not like I haven't gotten stuff done, but I feel like for the last 2 weeks I've been doing more sleeping than anything else, and it's really frustrating. Anyways, I thought you might like this one. From Supreme Chancellor Maidon. Subject, former Chancellor Suresh. Commander, please delete this message after reading. Your execution of former Republic Chancellor Suresh puts me in a bind. As the Republic's leader, I have no choice but to publicly condemn such actions. You may even see holo recordings of a speech where I paint you in a rather unpleasant light. I already regret my colorful language. But let it be known from one leader to another that I personally have nothing but the deepest respect and admiration for your bold actions. Suresh was a blight on the Republic, and I'm better off. We're all better off without her poisoning our way of life. You have my sincere thanks for ending her reign of deception, and my deepest apologies for the unsavory names I'm about to call you in my next speech. Did it work, McNamara? Ah, that's a good one. That's just, yeah, that's not empty. Anyways. Perfect. So, hi, what's Sam 3? Sorry, you're hearing me sound a little strange today because the aforementioned just woke up dude. Also, Chrono Trigger's awesome, just saying. Orcano, where do we do thingers? Star Fortresses. I know, right, Dabashi? Support windows. No. Looks normal to me, Mike Cavano. There is a character stuck button, but I think that just activates the unstuck. Shoot. I will triple check, but like if you're moving, it fades out like most windows do. But no, it looks perfectly normal. Off, Bob.
Did you see the way that imp glared at me?
You don't look too happy, Theron. What is it?
They were mounting a resistance. Locals, Imperials, they had resources, a plan, a base of operations. Miot was arranging to smuggle weapons. Gone. They're all gone. The Star Fortress over Bathawui vaporized every last trace, every last rebel, and then just moved on like it didn't matter anymore.
There must have been collateral damage in that strike. They'll need our help.
Bewanego is reaching out through back channels trying to assess the situation. We've barely got enough supplies for our own people. The Star Fortresses are battle stations, deadly and pervasive. Arkan's way of keeping the galaxy pliant. So many worlds we can't even contact because of these things. There are dozens, maybe hundreds. We've tried everything to learn about their inner workings. Weaknesses, nothing. And now this. Right now they're suppressing, but that's just to bide their time. I feel it, Commander. Arkan's got a plan for those things. The kind of plan you don't recover from.
Point me to a star fortress. I'll go.
You'll go. And do what? Die?
部隊做亞馬遜吧咋，有套靠落個個咩車車。
Without the faintest clue of what we're up against, it's a massive risk. All right. We have to do something. I'll go too. Try to make heads or tails so we know how to deal with them.
It's going to work. We'll figure this out.
I sure hope so, Commander. Sure hope so.
Damn it. One of these. Try it out, see how it is. Then, you know, move on with our lives.
Commander, Lieutenant
We need to at least
Markwell.
try one of these.
I know all about you, of course. Know the kind of things you Sith represent. If I hadn't seen with my own eyes what you'd done for the camp. What I want to say is, on behalf of every Republic grunt on this rock, we're with you against Sakul, all the way. You good to go?
So my options are start solo mode or refuse mission.
Good luck. If you manage to get inside one of those things, blow it apart.
Let's see what happens. Ah.
You ready for this?
Yep, let's just start solo mode. Wait for her gone. Yeah, like I said. You can tell I'm on the recovery swing of being sick right now. It'll kind of slowly work its way out of this into something more normal. Only the Flashpoint owner may use this, which is Orthono.
Setting a course for Alderaan. You
Not
think
me.
I'm stuffy Miot? You're
I
in for a
am
treat.
the Sith.
Coming out of hyperspace. Miot, stealth maneuver 36. Get us in nice and close.
I am Iron Man. Hey. You want me to say quote? This is the time.
You're in a service duct over one of the main observation towers. Should find a lift system in there that'll get you deeper inside. Not sure what's at the heart of this thing. Keep your guard up. I'll be in touch.
Yeah, if you want me to say something that's not ridiculous, Rob.
Warning, intruder. Ephemeris Vigilance Protocols enacted.
Look, it's not my fault. Darren Duvall is awesome. Oh yeah, we should just stop, shouldn't we?
Looks like you found a hub of activity. Stay on your toes. Getting some big power readings from the levels below you. You should look into it.
so there's some scripted aggro. Just the two, though. Also, sky droids, or sky troopers.
Well, if you wanted a sense of the scale of this place, there you go.
It's pretty small.
If I know you in labs, could be you're about to come across some horribly dangerous experiment.
Oh my god, it's a horribly dangerous experiment. Probably get some music going. Just occurred to me. Sorry. Let's do this playlist. Those Killix? They're totally Killix.
All units, intercept and neutralize.
Also, they're doing the auto aggro scripting thing. It's the second time in this dungeon that we've played that trick. Still, we can stealth through some of it, so that's worthwhile. It's the Tor way. It has been since launch. If you can skip even a few of trash mobs, you've done a good thing. That's not a joke. Anybody who used to do dungeons back in the day, you know what I'm talking about. People would come up with entire strategies centered just around avoiding a couple of trash bags.
Must be where all those sky troopers are coming from. Try not to wake anything up down there.
Intrusion on Sky Trooper production level. Praetorian unit deployed.
It's missing a head.
Target acquisition complete. Engaging. Factory output rerouted to neutralize security threats.
Hope they don't start mass producing those things. Great work.
I mean, we all know the value of death skips. My favorite skips were the ones that didn't actually save time, and usually ended up pulling more than you otherwise would pull. You know, where the skip is worse than just slogging through it. You startled me, Alex. Thank you for the sub. Always appreciate ya. And I will put that towards Paradise Kill. Unless there's something
Reserve
else you
units
want to
deployed.
protect. Oh, damn it. So in case you haven't been paying attention, Alex, which I have a feeling you haven't been, every time I've asked you that, which I believe it's been about 3 donations, 4 donations, something like that, what I've done is I've put a dealer's choice towards Paradise Killer, while you put your donation towards something else. Which has been pushing it further forwards than if you just put your money towards Paradise Killer. So if there's something else you want to put that towards, let me know.
Okay, you're in Power Central now. We need to do something about Ephemeris. See if you can patch me into its data cores.
That should be fun.
Ephemeris alert. Data center breach in progress. Data center defense protocols enacted. All units respond.
I learned a lot about that game going through it once for the tasks. It's actually funny. I think I'm kind of the same way, right? Like, I think I know a game well. And then I start working on either a speedrun or a task for that game.
Ephemeris beamed its core computing into one of those units.
And it's like,
Interesting
oh,
move.
wow.
Creepy, but interesting. Might give us a tactical advantage, actually. Taking it out could disrupt system protocols for a bit.
Warning. Ephemeris data core compromised. Secondary core engaged.
Yeah, that's the other thing I've noticed. If you watch a task of a game you know, even a little bit, you tend to appreciate it more because it's like, oh, that's how that works, or
Neural feedback overload. Rebooting.
I didn't know you could do that, etc., etc. Yeah, I can tell you things about Super Metroid now that I couldn't tell you years ago. Here's another example.
Ephemeris alert. Secondary data core failure. System failure. Deploying emergency backup unit. Engaging combat algorithm. Classification, night.
What? The draft rig sucks, Shadow Machine. Yeah, sorry, task stands for tool-assisted speedrun or tool-assisted super player. Actually, there's some argument on that, but the point is, it's a specific type of engineered speedrun. It takes an inordinate amount of time, effort, patience, and care. I've only made a few tasks in my life, but I'm actually proud of all of them except for the first two.
Ephemeris alert. Fatal system error.
Because the first two I made as tutorials for myself on how to
bypass
task.
that shield and
Welcome to my Star Fortress, Outlander. It will also serve nicely as your tomb.
Really?
can't get at the shield. Something remote. Have to rethink this. Mia, get a lift open.
That was very strange. Thank you, Bezalor. I put that towards Breath of Fire 3. And I caught Thomas was alone. I don't know what that is, but I got it down. Okay, well, that was the solo one. Now I'm gonna have to skip a cutscene for the third time. We have a Y tracks here. That actually doesn't look as dumb as I thought it would. What's it called? Oh, of course, for Red Giraffe. Ha ha ha.
We can't do everything on our own. We need more people or better...
I've been sifting through everything you pulled from the Star Fortress, starting to get a better picture of what we're facing here.
What are we looking at?
Like I thought, the scope of all this is... Actually, forget what I thought. It's beyond anything I imagined. This friendly guy is part of a special order of knights called Exarchs. You kind of met one. Best I can tell, one of them commands each Star Fortress.
That program seemed to be running things. What do they need a human component for?
Maybe Arkan doesn't trust artificial intelligence.
Ta kuat kwa une nui noin kwa sha kun ka sha me.
No way to slice
Other big piece I was
covert
able to
plants from
work
living
out.
brain tissue.
The fortress is powered
Let
by
me
a
introduce you to the
massive
agent
sun generator
storyline.
like on Zakul. We could use it to destroy the station, but according to energy readings, the reactor's protected by a remote bunker on the planet's surface.
So we take out the bunker, then the reactor.
That's tall order. I mean, not impossible, but we need ground forces and we don't have the personnel, unless... Miat's been pulling together reports of distress calls, skirmishes, the idea being we'd eventually follow up on them.
Ma ke to ha sha lo mo ku so sa mo chi bu kwa na u.
Here, these are a start. A handful of worlds under the threat of a star fortress, each with potential allies.
I can talk to these people, convince them our fight is worth the effort.
It'll take some doing. These people have problems of their own. They're not even thinking about Arkan or Zakul. You've got to prove that helping us is their best possible option, which it is. They just don't know it yet.
If I help them out, I'm sure they'll help us back.
I hope you're right.
Wei hu la kwe, kwa je me.
Hey, Luco. Thank you for being a part of the show, as always. I will jot that down. Well, I have jotted that down for Sonic Adventure. Okay, so use this. Oh, Jesus. Okay, that's more than it used to be. It'd be too much to ask for it to be alphabetized. Okay, Alderaan. Luca, you asked me a question like 4 days ago. You said, if you could choose one fictional dish to eat, what would it be and why? Someone else actually asked that almost that exact same question yesterday. And the problem is I came up with like 4 drinks that I'd love to try out. I don't know if drinks count. I would like to try out the Kickin' Chimeric Chops. That sounds pretty good. I don't think I'd want to try out Archon though. I think I could live without that. Okay, I'm gonna summarize this for you. Now, you might want to sit down, because this might shock you. But it turns out the Alderaanian nobility are still fighting amongst each other 5 years later. Does it matter which supply crate, Arcana? You know what? You know that stew that heals and buffs you in Wind Waker? Your grandmother's stew? I'd like to try that out. I do like the idea of lembas bread, too.
Do you require medical attention?
Making sure.
Be well.
So many subs this morning. I don't know if I can take it. Yeah, I'm not that brave. Listen, the aristocracy's awesome. So is that giant walker. Thank you, Cronin. Always appreciate. If you know where you want that to go, please let me know. Swan Song. Isn't that VTM Swan Song? Thanks. Awesome. Done. Who needs planetary defenses? I guess I could change playlists.
What's with the getup?
Oh my gosh, a minor noble's gonna help us. Hey. They're nobles so rare you wouldn't even have heard of them. But they're super awesome. They're giving us all the supplies we need. Cool. Select one. Those. Okay. Oh. I turn in supplies to you, sir. Stay with me now. One more time. I was hoping for hula hula. Okay. I mean, it's supposed to be the Star Fortress music, but we're not actually in a Star Fortress. We're technically finishing KotET right now. Okay. We're doing optional content. Terrible, terrible optional content. Mind me. Oh, dead people in here. Okay, well. Ew. Can't talk to the NPC. Yeah, I'll go out too. Just soft reset it. Take two. Listen, Blade to fall. God, even STO was in this buggy. Hey, nope, still can't talk to him. Okay. Hang on. There's a couple of other options here before we just give up on this. Apparently the game got a lot buggier this year specifically, Cronin. In fact, it was actually even buggier than this before they patched it back in July or something. So let's reset that. Several, Alex. Hey! Wow, I'm sure glad. Oh my god, this game. Alright, back to the playlist. Yeah, I heard really bad things about Legacy of the Sith's launch. Like, really, really bad things. In fact, we're giving it a negative for bad launch once we get there. Peekaboo. I used to use it a lot more, Blade Jabal. I didn't forget it even exists nowadays because of the way they do it. Popping up the extra hotkey and all that. Shrug. Oh my god, the enemy's more depraved than I thought. Sequel has orchestrated the chaos to record the resulting violence as entertainment for its people. Oh yeah, let me open up all these loot boxes here. Very important. Right. Sorry, give me a sec. Give me a second. Thank you, Melkor Blade. I do appreciate. Thank you. Give me a minute, I'll even see what you donated towards. Breath of Fire 3, you got it.
Welcome back. Everything's all set for another Star Fortress run. Ready?
And we're doing vet mode, right?
All right, go get him, Commander.
I mean, sure, Gum, but I don't want to sound like I'm bursting your bubble. That's just Star Trek. That's what Star Trek does with its teleportation.
Thanks for dropping in.
Oh, it's still Arcanos, not mine. Okay. Yeah, I noticed it was called Heroic 2+ in the quest log, which is why I asked to verify.
Setting a course for Alderaan. You think I'm stuffing me out? You're in for a treat. Star Fortress in sight. Let's get you inside so you can knock him down a peg.
Yeah, I've noticed a lot of people are sick right now. I have a feeling something's just making a wave right now, you know what I mean?
Great, you're in. Once you set that reactor to blow, you'll need to hightail it out of there before we're all, you know, incinerated.
Either that or it's just allergy season. Could be that, too.
I bet the Alliance can make use of that.
Is your measurement?
Connection secured.
What's funny is I decided you can't use technological teleportation in my setting. You can only use gateways. Quantum tunneling is effectively. Stealth, there we go. Don't mind me. Everything's fine. I cannot believe that didn't aggro. Now, you want to teleport, you gotta use magic. Magic just bypasses most of those issues. Eh! Don't mind me, Mr. Trooper. You saw nothing. Actually, what's funny is I've always assumed that stealth in this game, at least for Force users, is literally just the hand wave, you know? Right? Because, I mean, watch the animation as we go into stealth. Here, I'll do it like this. Come on. That way people just, you know, don't see us. Probably wouldn't work on security cameras. But no, Tor has actual stealth fields, because KotET has actual stealth fields.
อย่าเล่โมหะก็เกิดหาหน้าหาเกว้เฮเมเจเซเจยาเพื่อ
Plus we have scripted encounters like these. Gotta have scripted.
Ephemeris system directives are functioning in ghost mode.
I want the Outlander found. No excuses!
Okay. Yeah, I was just thinking, you know, these starports just sound like a colossal waste of time and money. For them. Honestly, what Sam? I just appreciated them coming up with some kind of an excuse.
Governments that can't match what they've got in these things.
For limited party size, that wasn't total garbage. Like, you remember FF7, what Sam? Because the excuse in FF7 for limited party size is,
You will never leave my station alive.
it's too dangerous to travel in a group. Which is one of the dumbest things I've ever heard in my life. Nevertheless, it would have been nice if we had, you know, something a little more concrete. So I'm kind of with you. This is some factory music right here.
Target acquisition complete. Engaging.
Well, I'm dead.
Lost you for a minute there. Glad you were just unconscious.
Factory
Looks
output
like they've got you in
rerouted to
detention.
neutralize
Time to
security
get
threats.
creative to break out.
Interesting.
Prioritize neutralization of designated threat.
Okay. Come on. I actually can't do that stuff for some reason. Oh well. Might be because it's your instance.
These use all products only as
Okay,
intended.
weirdly enough, I kind of like that they made recovery like a mechanic.
Be well.
That's minor, but I like that you have to actually do something to get out of the cell, you know, instead of just respawning. Am I too close to open the door? Never mind.
Warning, the prisoner has escaped. All units function on high alert status.
Aw.
Available units, converge on the Outlander.
Reminds me of what's the name of that game? No, it's a game that I imagine nobody in chat's even heard of. I started playing it with PAX, and we stopped because it had no real content. One of the mechanics in the game is you can't actually die. Like, there is no such thing as a game over. You might think, well, how the hell does that work? Well, the way it works is every time you die, every time your health goes to 0, it looks at what you died to, where you died, and where you're at in the story. It says, okay, well, now you're here. You wake up in a mine as a slave to the bandit group that just killed you. Or you wake up on the beach being picked at by predators, missing your weapon, and so forth and so on. So no matter what, you keep playing. And it's one of the only real gimmicks the game has to offer that's unique to itself. And a lot of effort was put into trying to make the different scenarios that could happen, again, based on the 3 concepts. It was a cool concept. The problem was, I can't think of the name of the game. I was hoping someone would recognize it based on me describing it. The problem with the game is it is very content dry. There's no real leveling to speak of. There's no
Complete. Engaging.
gear progression in the strictest sense of the word. But there's skills you can raise, but it's mostly for stuff like fishing. There is a quest chain, which branches once. It's technically like 4 quests long.
Provide a 3.2% increase in destructive efficiency.
Like, it's one of those, you're just supposed to run around and enjoy the sandbox games. And
Designated
you know
threat.
me in those.
Field command subroutines initialized. Additional units requested. Execute tactical maneuver 379. Field command subroutines initialized. Additional units requested. Execute tactical maneuver 379.
Oh my god, this is gonna bug me. I'm just gonna pull up Steam and go through my 400 strong game list and figure this out, because this is gonna bug the crap out of me.
Factory output rerouted to neutralize security threats.
Let us be done with it already. Destroy the Outlander.
there's a way to sort by played time. That might help. I have too many games. Lunatic Pandora. And I asked Pax what the name of the damn game is. To be continued. That's gonna bug the ever-living crap out of me. In terms of money, I don't know how to track that act. Probably a few $1,000s, though. Like, I've had a Steam account for a long time.
Commander, eyes open.
Outlast. That was it. No wonder I couldn't find it. It was down to the O's? Wait, hang on. Was it Outlast? Hang on. Outward. There we go. That sounds better. That sounds better. Outward. That's the name of the game. Thank you, Pax. Even though you're not hearing me. Outward, outward, outward. Yep, there it is. Yeah, no, outward is actually it. Oh my god. Okay, hang on. While we're here. Where the hell's the help button? Oh, here we go. Help. Steam support. My account. Okay. Data related to your account. External funds used. This should be fun. I have spent $11,017.28 on Steam. Over the course of, I'm not sure how long. I don't know how to track when my account was created. Oh, never mind. Here we go. My account's actually less old than I thought it was. I have had this Steam account for 24 years. Excuse me. 14 years. Sorry. My digits wrong there. How many of those have been funded games funded to run? Honestly, most of them. Yeah, some of you may or may not remember that Steam used to suck. Go ahead, get your jokes out of the way now about Steam currently sucking. But Steam used to be a joke, like just an absolutely terrible service. So a lot of people, myself included, didn't exactly jump on board Steam when it came out. Oh, Steam was terrible at launch. Just terrible. It reminds me of an old joke. You ready for the joke? You ready for this? Steam. Anyways, point being, I picked it up first
system is operating
to play Left 4 Dead of all things.
Essential functions are suspended.
Your journey has ended here before. So it will again.
Yeah, the second reason I picked up a Steam account, which obviously I already had one by that point, was to play Portal. The Orange Bot. Where is my companion anyways? I haven't been able to summon them for a while now. See, I just rewrote physics, Capcom. A lot easier. That's a lie. It was a huge amount of work, but a lot more satisfying, you know. Alright, let's just see if we can summon one right now. You. Well, the first thing that's going to happen, Ek, is I'm going to say no. The second thing that's going to happen is, he's going to stab me to death. Any questions? It's a graphics update. Like, at absolute most, the only reason to do that would be to pop it up off camera for like 5 minutes to look at the shiny new graphics. Actually, probably closer to half an hour. And be like, ooh. And then add like a couple of graphics positives and then move on because it's the same game.
Made it this far, just a bit more to go. A few more explosions and we'll have liberated a world.
Miss me?
Well, more you'll have.
You're good to go.
Amusingly, Borderlands, the original Borderlands, was like the 5th or so game I played on Steam. Which I only know because I was just looking at the list a few minutes ago.
There you are, beating heart of the whole station. Hope you brought some kind of sunshade.
Do keep your guard up, Outlander.
How much do these stations vary between stations? Does anybody know?
The houses of Alderaan are mine to control.
If you can get around that Exarch, we can deal with the stabilizers. After that, be ready to
I am
run.
through with your nagging interruptions. Stop at once! Too stupid for words!
This always does the trick.
That's what I was thinking. I'm not what you'd call overly impressed. It feels like a way to try and... basically give the player a grind vehicle. Something I've seen in a lot of video games, actually. You know what I mean? Like, ironically, I don't see this kind of thing in MMOs all that often. I see it a lot in RPGs, where it's like, here's this optional area. This is the place you go to grind. Fun. I know. Some players like grind. They're wrong. Yeah. West of Loathing is a good example of that, actually. Ironically. Or, what's that thing in Bloodborne that I actually mostly did off camera? It's called... Or, yeah. Not well, or actually some of the new dungeons in Chrono Trigger. All of the Giants in FF1. Yeah, no, it's an old concept. Really common to have this kind of... Yeah, just go grind.
Have a sample of our power.
Oh god. Or, the late Thieves Guild quests. Skyrim.
You're good to go.
If you have access to both, I would probably recommend the DS earlier act, because even though they're very similar, the DS version is going to control just a little bit smoother, and it's going to have content that the Steam version does not have. The two versions are very close to identical. I don't know, I don't think I'm ever getting the Sword of Kings, honestly. Just got the Sword of Kings. The Steam version doesn't have the little optional arena thing, which, whether or not you care about, that's up to you. I don't think it's much of a deal breaker. And I think there's something else that's cut. I don't even remember off the top of my head.
upon you!
I will freely admit I'm the weirdo. I actually prefer the DS version to the SNES version. But I think we can all agree that they're better than the PS1. No, there's several late game characters which are better than 2. You'll have to give me a second to think of them. They exist. Yeah, that's kind of the joke, Alex.
Nobody better mess with us now. Congrats, Alex. I don't know how long that is, but that sounds like a long distance. I would argue Magus from Chrono Trigger is a decent enough example of late character syndrome, of bypassing late character syndrome. A lot of BioWare games. Yeah, exactly, Lantuel. A lot of BioWare games tend to bypass this, usually because most BioWare games don't actually have a late character.
Readings coming out of there are pretty intense. Don't get fried.
There it is. Well, you see, Alex. Actually, I would say Legion is another good example of a late character. Now, that's probably a little bit of bias talking, but they actually do a lot to flesh out Legion in a relatively short period of time. Yeah, I was going to say there's a certain character in Dragon Age Origins, who I shall not name, who would qualify. There's a character in Neverwinter Nights, Hordes in the Underdark, who would qualify. Mass Effect 1 technically has Liara. Bowser in Super Mario RPG, that's actually a good example too.
Your end is at hand.
There's only one thing you can do to fix that, Magister. You're gonna have to eat all of those peanut M&Ms. All of them.
think you scare me?
So, since we're about through with this, I'm not impressed with these. What do you guys think? Like, I can think of worse, but this is not super good.
I'll congratulate you soon as we're outside the blast radius. Hope that works for you.
Yeah, that's what I was trying. That's what I was just trying to compare in my head. Is this better, worse, in between, and in what ways than the vanilla Flashpoints, which were not good? Reminds me of strike missions in Guild Wars 2. Good luck getting people to do the strike mission you need to do. I still don't have my turtle because there's a strike mission that I haven't been able to do. What? I must select one of my reward items. There are none, game. Here we go. Alright, what do we got here? That actually looks kind of cool. What else we got? Escape, because we're still not doing that.
Nobody better mess with us now.
Alderaan is free. I will join you.
You're good to go.
He has joined us. Because Alderaan is... Draenor is free! That was officially the end of KotET right there. That actually took longer than I thought it would. You know, so, okay. I like to play music in my car while I'm driving. I've got a decent speaker system. I also turn down the volume whenever I'm like parked at a stoplight or right next to another car because I'm not a dick. But imagine for a moment if I didn't do that. Like, I wonder what people would think if I'm just going along and I'm blaring my music and this starts playing, right? Like, I've always wondered that, what people would think. What the hell are they listening to? Anyways. Oh my god. Okay. That's right, I'm playing video games while driving. I'm also getting a donation from Savicom. I thought you weren't donating, Savicom. Shame on you. Shame. If I turned it up, yes, Caspian. I told you, I have good speakers. And I do crank it when I'm driving. Like when I'm on the highway or whatever, I crank the crap out of that. I turn it down when I'm around other people because I'm not a dick. Alright, first, thank you, Savicom. And ominous music for Savicom's donation here. Always appreciate you, Savicom. I do have Sonic music in my playlist, yes. Oh, I can't stand having my bass cranked. In fact, I actually have the bass cranked down in my car. Not around here, but back in San Francisco, we used to have that loner. Yeah, so what's funny is several of you have brought up the bass thing. Do you know there's like gradients of that? Because there's like the bass, and then there's the you can't hear the music at all. All you can do is hear the car vibrating. And that's not me being facetious or trying to exaggerate to make a point. You literally can't hear the music at all. All you can hear is the car vibrating. Okay, so let's see. We've got $5 going towards Citizen Sleeper, Stray, Factorio, which I'm extremely in the mood to play, and Invisible Ink. 5, 10, 15, 20. Yep, that's everything. Oh. Thank you again, Savicom. All right. I think those were mostly inoffensive, but I'm still going to ding them. I'm only going to give one negative, I think. Because padding, effectively. But I've seen worse, and so I'm only going to give the one negative. Agreement? I can be talked up to 2, especially since there's multiple, and they're not great. But I was seeing some people saying a wash total. So I don't know. What do you think? Better in every way, Trihexia. Yeah, let me get my boombox here. You know what? Hang on. Let's get some real jamming tunes going on here. Give me 1 second. No, not MechWarrior. Although MechWarrior is a jammer, but no. What I'm talking about is... I'm hearing 2. I think we'll go with 2. Two negatives for 6 dungeons is actually really minor if you're thinking about it. It would be extremely easy in other MMOs to argue for 6 negatives, 1 per dungeon. So I think we're being very fair here, to be blunt. Okay, that means we can actually get a bronze number for KotET now. So let's do that really quick. We'll listen to some Chrono Trigger. I always liked the idea that soup better than booze, personally. But then again, I actually liked most of the censored versions better than the actual versions of Chrono Trigger. Like, pretty much across the board. Shadow of Revan got a golden number of, excuse me, a bronze number of 7.25. Have you ever had tons and tons of thick soup, Stuffacom? Because I have. Clonk. Is this on random? This is on random. Sorry, hang on. I meant to keep playing Chrono Trigger music, but apparently we're on random. 7. Yeah, soup and some warm, fresh bread. God, that sounds good right now. There we go. It's time to judge coffee by dancing with Orcano. I mean, it's the tortilla that's throwing me, Gum Gum. Also, there needs to be something to balance out the peanut butter. That's just too sticky. That's going to literally be unpleasant to swallow. That's what the jam is there for. Look, if I wanted hardtack, I need hardtack, alright? Best soundtrack of the worst game I've ever played. That's easy, because I've even reviewed it. I actually have tried hardtack, yeah. I am missing a tooth. Yeah, Mega Man X7, I think the only gameplay positives it got in the entire review was from music. And it is the worst game I've ever reviewed and may continue to hold that throne for a long time. I've got a follow-up option if you want to hear it. Hang on, I gotta get down to the S's. T's. Honestly, and I've said this before, I really am not sure Ride to Hell is going to beat MMX7. I'm really not sure. You know, ironically, I don't have any FF14 1.0 music. So the other song, I'll let you guess this. See if you can figure out what game it's from. Retro got it. Oh, Melkor got it first, sorry. Sonic 06. Okay, now this isn't a terrible game, but see if you can guess this one. I've played Sonic 06. Damn. Anybody ready for the bronze score of KotET? And other various statistics? What if Malicor's here? Nobody's gonna guess this. This is from Star Fox Adventures on the GameCube. Nobody's gonna guess that, so I'm just gonna give that one to you. So let me give you some statistics before I hit you with the bronze number. The story ratio is 61.7%. Not terrible. You know, and again, for those of you not familiar with the system, 50 is dead even. You know, 0. So anything above 50 is good, anything below 50 is bad. So 61%, that's not great, but that's not bad, right? That's a decent, that's a net positive ratio. The gameplay ratio is 15%. And I'm telling you that right now, because that's going to explain everything about what I'm about to tell you. KotET had a net plus 11 to story. Because, you know, that's good. You know, I actually do think there is the story is a net positive, but the gameplay was a net negative 14 because the gameplay in KotET sucks. It's literally Tor vanilla, except arguably worse in several cases. The gameplay of KotET is 100% dragging it down. So, story-wise, KotET, not too bad, really. But the net that means our bronze number for KotET is negative 6.14, because the gameplay is absolutely just got its hooks into it and is clawing it down. Let me go ahead and toss out some announcements since we're going to go ahead and start KotET. I mean, we've already started KotET, but honestly, whatever at this point. Yeah, exactly, Alex. It's... Someone a while ago came up with the analogy, because you know I love food analogies, right? Someone a long time ago came up with the analogy that the gameplay... The story is the food, it's the dish. But the gameplay is how you're allowed to eat it. And if you're given a strainer to eat soup with, it doesn't matter how good that soup is. In fact, actually, it arguably makes it worse, right? Come on! Damn it! This is StarCraft 1, by the way. I wanted to play a really random song you'd never guess, I think I just did with frickin' Star Fox. By the way, Star Fox Adventures isn't that bad, but it's not that good either. I've never reviewed it, so I don't know specifically. If you're interested, I've played worse Zelda clones because it is a Zelda clone, but it's not. Okay, let me walk that back. It's not actually a Zelda clone. It's a Banjo kind of a clone more than anything else. It's a collectathon. It's a straight up collectathon, like the old Spyro, or the old Banjo-Kazooie, or whatever, right? Jack and Daxter, you get it. Excuse me. So, I thought it was a little irritating because there's a lot of things to collect. And sometimes you just get stuck, and I played that game before GameFAQs existed. Or rather, before I had access to GameFAQs. Better way to put that. But, yeah. Anyways. Yeah, really quick. I'm going to play one more song, and then while I set out these announcements. See if you can guess what this is from. It's from Shadow Machine. How did you guess? You know, the irony is the only reason I'm going to say yes to that is because I already own it. It's right there. I don't even know how much getting a hold of a new copy of Star Fox Adventures would cost nowadays. I should look it up really quick because I'm curious now. $80. Yeah, so I will say yes, but only because I already own the damn game. Otherwise, that would be a no. You know another weird one for me, Crazy Norse? Think about how recent YouTube is. Because it is. YouTube has not been around for that long. I have 2 separate copies of Star Fox 64 Bombanese. Yeah, it was mid-aughts. Yeah, exactly. YouTube has ingrained itself so thoroughly, for good and for bad, that it's weird to consider the time before YouTube. Well, I think the Arshian Gaia account only goes back to like 2009 or something like that. I remember YouTube before it sucked. I remember Google Video. I remember AIM. That's how fuck that. I mean, I also remember IRC, so whatever. I do remember the time before Google, when there were like 7 different search engines and everyone swore by one of them. So, sorry, Alex. I did see it earlier. Thank you very much. I am actually going to go ahead and put that towards Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Just double up on the dealer's choice. I'm not going to put it towards dealer's choice right this second because I need to absolutely make sure that it's people who I haven't already dealer's choice towards Paradise Killer. But I'll do it. You know me. I'm good for it. Now, hopefully no one else will donate right now to slow down this announcement even more. That would be terrible. I remember the time before the internet, too. Me and Pax were actually talking just last night about the old days of the internet. My first internet connection ever was AOL. Did anybody guess the game, by the way? This second song is also from the same game. You know what's funny, Crazy Norse? Back in the day, I had a little micro recorder. That was a prized possession of mine. I used to have dozens of those little tapes. Right? And you're probably thinking, why, Lore? Because I'd hold him up to the TV while video games would play. Like, I'd load up the stage where the song would play, and I'd just record a few minutes of the song so that I could listen to the music I liked on the fly, or on the remotely. Hey, Melkor got it. This is Dirge of Service. So was the previous song. And so that was how I listened to my music. Eventually they came out with the Walkman. And, not the Walkman, excuse me, the Discman. And that's when I first became aware of the fact that in Japan and not here, some of the games actually sold soundtracks. And I think I've told you guys before, I spent a lot of money, like $60 per soundtrack, to buy Final Fantasy VI, Final Fantasy IV, and Secret of Mana's soundtracks. I would later buy a few others, but those things were expensive as hell. Because I had to have them imported. Yeah, exactly, Alex. Getting a hold of video game OSTs used to be a thing. It's why I dived so big into the mod scene. How many of you even know what mods are? Just curious. They're still a thing. It's just, they're not as big of a thing as they used to be. Ironically, me diving into the mod scene got me into making my own music. Thank you, Jay Palmer. I will jot that down for Ace Combat Zero. Yeah, whatever. So if you're thinking about mods as in a modification to a video game, nope. Mods were a specific format of music. It was like the step past MIDI, and it enabled you to do things with the music that you couldn't do with a MIDI tracker, right? So you get a mod tracker, and you can make music that way. And there was a huge modded scene of people who would try to recreate game music because we couldn't get the game music. It would be another few years before the ripping scene, where people would rip songs from ROMs of games. Actually, excuse me, rip games from the physical cartridges, then rip songs from the ROMs in order to be able to actually get music. And it's been this whole developing thing for decades at this point. But I've been kind of part of that cycle for forever because I love video game music. I have since I was a kid. Like I just mentioned. When I used to feel bad, when I used to not be doing great, I'd sit down after a terrible day at school with the kids who pushed me and I had to beat the crap out of them. And I'd just sit down and I'd fire up Mega Man 2. And I'd just listen to this. And I'd just sit there and listen. Nowadays, thankfully, and I am grateful for this, nowadays, acknowledgement and recognition of video game music is a lot higher than it used to be. Back in the day, it was a lot stranger. And a lot more rare. Ratchet and Clank Trilogy, that was it. I did see it, Ciela, I just forgot to acknowledge it. Thank you, Ciela, very much. Always appreciate you. And nobody else is donating, so we're good. Let's go ahead and toss out these announcements. Let's just keep the Mega Man going, right? Everybody likes Mega Man, right? You don't like Mega Man? Alright, so I need everyone in chat to gang, just gang up on Jay Palmer with donuts, okay? I want all of you just flinging donuts like they're going out of style. I actually have made quite a few songs on OC Remix Crazy Norse, but under different names over the years. And I will never tell you which songs or which names as an attempt to try and protect my identity. But yes, I was part of OC Remix when that site got started. Like I said, I've been a part of the mod scene since the mod scene existed, really. I used to do that stuff in high school. Damn it, Crazy Norse. That's okay, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Damn it, Flagend, you're wrong! It's Mr. Runner. Just jamming the tunes here. Alright. So let's actually progress through the story, shall we? There should be a cutscene, which I've skipped like 4 times now. Yep, chapter 3. Let's do it.
Distress call from the Gravestone.
Koth doesn't call for help unless...
He got lonely?
He's in trouble. Answer the call.
I'm trying, but the signal's jammed big time on the other end. Hold on. Got it.
Mayday! Mayday! Is anybody there?
We read you, Koth. What happened?
Valen and Scorpio tricked their way on board. They've taken the bridge and my crew.
You can't face them alone. Abandon ship while you can.
I'm not leaving my people. Or the Gravestone. Got a few tricks of my own to keep them busy. Care to join the party?
Lost him, but I have the coordinates.
The Gravestone is a distraction. Strike down Valen, and nothing will stand between you and the Eternal Throne.
Listen. Darren DePaul, I'm going to need you to stop being so awesome for 5 seconds, okay? Okay, looks like it's not progressing. Thank you, Watsam. I do appreciate that sub muchly. Thank you. If you want to put that towards a future stream, let me know. If you don't know what you want to put it towards, we got a huge list. Or you can just say dealer's choice, or you can give it to someone else in chat. There's a lot of options. Yes, he's very happy about the idea of his children dying. I'm pretty sure Vitiate's goal has shifted from eating the galaxy to ruling the galaxy on high as Sultan in my body. Like, I'm pretty sure that's... He flat out said earlier that he hollowed out Valkorion, the original Valkorion, to be a vessel.
Shields, weapons, and sensors remain offline. The Alliance fleet is hailing us.
Father's little meat puppet. How are you?
Just calling to make sure you're still there. I'll be right over.
I've never appreciated how funny you are. Die with your fleet if you like. But you'll never stand on this bridge again.
We'll see about that.
So there's this thing Cashel called a retcon. I don't know if you ever heard of it.
I've got you.
I'm not really joking. The less you think about this being connected to Vanilla Tor, the more sense it makes. I'm really not making that up. Let's see. What's a good song for this place? Note to self, stealth. Also, sky droids, sky troopers, which are gone. I realize that literally just gets it out. Yes, I have, Act. I think you know what my thoughts are, though. It's a dumb, stupid requirement by dumb, stupid people who don't actually understand what they're asking. I have read most of the EU, yes, Watson. Or Watson, I'm sorry, I keep saying it wrong. This is new. Also, flickering lights warning? I don't know what to call that, but careful with your eyes. Seizure, there we go. Seizure warning. God. I can never think of what to call it. Epilepsy warning, seizure warning.
Here, this will help.
Bad overlay warning. Like, I got them all. Can't strafe in this thing either. So whatever vehicle tech they're using does not allow for strafing. Just in general. Ah! Okay, I don't have any epileptic things, and this is bothering me. Jesus. Yeah, I'll tell you guys when it's done, don't worry. Yeah, this might be headache-inducing. I do have those. This is really bad. Wow. The fact that it also makes you redo the whole thing every time you complete one is a little questionable while we're on the subject. Hang on, I'll say something. Just look away. Just look away. Alt-tab, open a new window, minimize. I think we might be done. Okay, we're done for the moment. We're done for the moment.
Take a breath.
The migraine simulator is over. I'm giving that a negative. Wow, I was actually kind of excited about a new vehicle section. But damn, what was that nonsense? What do I put that under? What did I put that under in Psychonauts 2? Can someone look that up really quick, please? Psychonauts 2, gameplay negatives. That's not great. I don't mean to disagree, but I think I'm gonna go with just one negative for now. If that's repeated, well.
Sorry, should have knocked.
It's a relief to see you in one piece.
Told you I could handle myself, but we need to act fast. Remember the first time you let Scorpio on my ship? It got me thinking we needed a few modifications.
The Omni-Cannon, sublight engines, and hyperdrive remain locked down.
I hate playing with broken toys. But you can fix anything.
KotET's encryption key is personal. I need to learn more about him to break it, but I can't access a HoloNet signal through the battle.
You served with him. He must have told you things. Yes. This is going to hurt.
But there's a hidden passcode behind the main one. No one knows but me. If Valen unlocks the bridge controls without it, we're in real trouble. You ever heard of a quantum bomb?
Oh, Koth.
What?
You didn't.
Anyone who doesn't enter that hidden passcode starts a countdown. Everything for thousands of kilometers around us. Boom.
You wouldn't set a trap that destructive without an off switch.
I'm crazy. Not stupid. I came down here to disarm the bomb. Thought you might want to help.
Valen's forces control the ship. I'll distract them. Go with Koth.
Lana.
You owe me a drink.
I've got bomb fuses hidden on this deck. Come on.
You know what a quantum bomb sounds like to me? It's a bomb that continues to explode as long as you're looking at it. When you don't look at it,
my best idea. I know.
The Outer Wilds permanently changed how I think of quantum. I don't actually mind. I'm kind of happy about it. But yeah, think about it. So like...
One down. Let's not think about how many are left.
So it's an explosion. And it expands. And as it's expanding, you know, you're looking at it like, oh my god, but then you look away or you blink or whatever, and it's gone. Quantum bomb is gone. The explosion's gone. Because it's somewhere else in the galaxy exploding. As long as people are looking at it. I think we're gonna have to fight these. Let's try it. Let's get way over here. Too far over here. There we go. You know, my favorite part about that is the total lack of feedback. In fact, if it wasn't for the fact that Orcano told me that that thing would kill me, I would actually have no idea what killed me just now. In fact, the chat log just says defeated by kill target. 0 damage. Alright, whatever. Die.
Let's get him.
Let's just go with generic music. Screw it. What did kill me? You know, actually, I still don't really know. Something about opening that thing kills you. I don't know what or how or why. I have no information on specifics. I just know that if you stand too close to a quest object...
I did this to protect the Alliance, not destroy our fleet.
When you interact with it...
We're close.
It will kill you.
One more left.
Which makes approximately negative sense. You've done torturing people.
Just a little crispy on the edges.
The encryption key is based on Koth's war record. Soldiers under his command who died. Stand by. Bridge controls are unlocked.
The Gravestone is mine.
We have lost 5 patrols in the lower decks, on opposite ends of the ship. Koth is not alone.
Oh, Father, you shouldn't have.
You know, I'm getting really sick of people constantly insisting that I am Valkorian and not me!
That's all the fuses down here. Next stop is someplace exciting.
God, it's me. Do we have to. Alright, fine, whatever.
This is your final battle!
You will remember the name Tragus Roba. You know, that honestly makes it more irritating.
No.
The next fuse is on the bridge with Valen, Scorpio, and my crew.
Focus on the bomb. I'll save your crew.
I was gonna say you get Valen and I kill Scorpio. But your plan works too. Let's hit the bridge. Almost done. We could do this together.
I've never actually made onion rings before, Act. Sorry. One of these days. My throat isn't actively trying to kill me. I'll start getting caught up in the question queue, because it's like 3 pages long right now.
You alright over there?
We're alive. Took you long enough.
I disabled the bomb fuse, but the bridge controls were already unlocked.
My fault. I tried to resist, but Valen did things. She made me talk. I'm sorry.
Valen and Scorpio were supposed to be here.
They went off to hunt you.
Doesn't make sense. They should have triggered the quantum bomb and killed us all.
Quantum bomb?
Get everyone to the escape pods. The only way we're alive is if they didn't use the console. What stopped them?
Listen carefully. Time is short.
You must have an excellent reason to show your face.
We have the same objective. I manipulated Valen to leave the bridge so you could disarm your failsafe.
You knew about that?
I share your desire to save the Gravestone. Stand by. Valen has cornered Lana Benico. You may wish to save her, too.
Why are you suddenly helping us?
This vessel is the key to everything.
God damn it. Is this Sejuk? Is that what's going on here?
Oh no. Valen and Lana are fighting where I hid the bomb. If they trigger it, we're all dead.
It's a homeworld reference. Sorry. Aw, we have to kill her. Or do we? No, we do. Nah. Fine, die. Die for insisting. Sejuk! This ship is totally Sejuk. We have to bring Sejuk to bear. I'm super not explaining that reference, though. I have a feeling that Scorpio is playing a bit of speed chess. In other words, that there's not really an overarching super plan. Ow, Valen. It's more like she, is kind of making it up as she goes. I mean, I don't think she intended to give the throne over to Valen. She was just interacting with the throne when Valen showed up, and it's like, well, okay.
Do not underestimate Valen. Her power grows exponentially. Kill her, or you will die.
Damn it, dude. I was going to kill her anyways. You realize that, right?
Scorpio said you'd come. I owe her credit.
How do you think I found you? That machine wants you dead almost as much as I do.
Liar!
Now, normally I'd do something about that, but I'm a smuggler.
You tear up this place, you'll set it off! Never mind! We've got 3 minutes!
I've waited long enough. If I slice open your skull, maybe Father will spill out. Time to die, Father!
God damn it, woman! Okay, this is not as accurate as it could be. You know what these two, Arkin and Valen, really remind me of more than anything else? Borderlands 3.
You're nothing but a pawn!
And yes, that is an insult. They're not as bad. Nobody's as bad as those two idiots.
I will not allow this.
Not this time, Father.
That went well. Any other brilliant plans?
I am not finished.
When I'm done with your precious Outlander, you and Mother are next.
Such hatred. You are my daughter. We are family.
You caged me like an animal!
You were a danger to yourself and others. I made you safe.
You feared what I would become, and you were right.
You need to prove yourself to a father who knows you're just a mistake. You're pathetic.
I am not a mistake.
Kneel before the dragon of Zakul.
No! Oh, that's not!
Did you think I locked you away to punish you? No. You had to learn. You had to be conditioned. Kneel before the dragon of Zakul.
What did you do to me?
If you fight, you will die.
Choose.
Where's Valen?
She's gone. No time to explain.
I can't disarm the bomb with that shield in place. Take out the power relays.
Okay. We, appear to be in a bit of a hurry all of a sudden. I'm not sure why.
The shield's still up. Kill more power relays.
Yeah, I've already seen all the expansion, or excuse me, all the cinematics like a while ago.
Should feel better now.
We're running out of time!
Look, I'm destroying as fast as I can, okay, buddy? I can't tell where I'm going because how dark it is. Jesus. And now I'm stuck. Oh, Jesus, I am stuck. There we go, there we go. We're good, we're good.
We're halfway there. Keep it up.
I have no idea, Consulate. God damn it. Nope. Alright, whatever. And I can barely see where I'm going. This is really dark. Holy crap. Navigating more by the mini-map than anything else.
Take a breath.
I actually have a theory about that. I always have, Damashi. I think it has to do with specifically how they generate,
You got one. Now hit the rest. We're running out of time.
collision blockers, or whatever those are called in level design. map the collision. I think they do something in the manner of which they do it, which leads to it being either slanted or bulbous or otherwise not a linear thing, so it's easy to get stuck on. Hello, Evo. You missed the epilepsy earlier, so that's cool. Could you hurry slightly more? Oh, thank God.
That's it. Bomb over.
The crisis may be averted, but my daughter still infests your ship.
You did something to Valen. Shut down her power.
Her aptitude with the Force made her extremely dangerous, even as a child. There was only one solution. I conditioned her subconscious to respond to a simple phrase. Kneel before the Dragon of Zakul. Speak these words in Valen's presence, and you activate her conditioning. She will be powerless to strike you.
Now that Valen knows about her conditioning, she'll do anything to break free. What are her chances?
She lacks the patience to break her mental cage. Now Valen's pride is wounded, her weakness exposed. She will be more dangerous than ever.
I'm getting a signal from Theron.
The Eternal Fleet jumped to hyperspace. It's just our ships out here.
I've got reinforcements with me in the docking bay. Orders?
Secure the bridge and don't take any chances. Alert me if you find Scorpio or Valen.
Reinforcements! Hell yeah! And we didn't blow up!
I call that a win. We can punch him. We're not going to.
Next time you play with quantum bombs, keep me in the loop.
Fair enough. You can help me install the next one. Kidding.
Keyword iconoclasm.
This vessel is under my control. Organic beings have a few moments to abandon ship. After that, your lives are forfeit.
Is that all I am to you? Another organic being you can't wait to get rid of?
I have learned that the Gravestone, the Geminis, and the ships of your Eternal Fleet are all extensions of my technology. I must understand how we are connected.
You've been after the Gravestone from the beginning.
I have been seeking answers, and this vessel is one of them.
You betrayed me, like all the rest.
I am unlocking hidden files and subroutines in the Gravestone that are older than the Eternal Empire. Let us keep a little perspective.
You want perspective?
Well. Okay.
Scorpio, where are you taking us?
The Gravestone wants to go home.
Chapter 4, Where Dreams Die.
No sign of Scorpio or Valen.
They can't leave the ship while it's in hyperspace. If they want to
Actually, they can. They'll just regret it immediately.
Wonderful. We'll make punch.
The hyperdrive is logged. We're on this journey to the bitter end.
Which is now. Sublight engines cutting in.
Company! Lots of it!
That's the whole Eternal Fleet.
What's left of it.
Valen and Scorpio's transport. It's getting away!
Open a comm channel, find out who's aboard.
No need for that. The transport is hailing us.
Commander, I have made a wonderful discovery. The Gemini units, the Eternal Fleet, the Gravestone, they did not steal my technology. We are related. The Gravestone's computer revealed we were all created here, and you have aided our journey home. I promise to remember you kindly.
If all this technology came from the same place, it changes everything we know about Zakul.
Perhaps. But that is not your main concern right now. Valen and her remaining soldiers are sabotaging everything they can. You may wish to stop them.
I'm seeing power surges all over. Shields, life support. The Omni Cannon.
For whatever it is worth, I hope you survive.
Koth, help me fix the Omni Cannon. The rest of you save the ship.
Yes, Pillars of Snow. At least I should hope so, considering how many pluses I've already given her for this. And them for this. Skytroopers. Drink to take. What in God's name is that nonsense? That's no moan. It's a shell. Calling it.
Commander? Where are we?
Omni Cannon to bridge. Come in. Hello again.
Can I help you? Get off my ship, Valen.
I like your friends. They'll look lovely.
I swear to God if you heard that.
Don't touch them, Valen. Kneel before the Dragon of Zakul.
Nice try, Outlander.
You must be closer if you hope to activate her conditioning.
I need a new corpse to hang on my wall. If I can't have you...
What's that smell?
The Twi'lek's no good. Her coloring clashes with my decor.
Valen adapts quickly. She cannot strike you down, but she will find other ways to hurt you.
The phrase you recited, kneel before the Dragon of Zakul. Can I control her with that?
Not like this. You must be closer. Something is coming.
They already have Star Wars, so yes. Scorpio's a pretty classic example of lawful evil, I would say. Tending towards order, tending towards evil. I think we've only killed one person. Zalek, yeah. I think we've had options to kill others, we just haven't. We didn't kill Vic. Vic was fine. So... Okay, hold up.
Theron? Lana? Does anyone read?
You know what this reminds me of? God damn it, hang on. Think about it. Think about it. Even looks the same. Well, similar art style. Probably because of the rust overgrown with overgrowth thing. If you don't recognize it, don't worry about it, but it's a Mario song. It's a world, I think, is actually a better word for it in Mario Odyssey. I also play some Kirby and the Forgotten Land music here, but I think you get it. Hang on. I do actually have a playlist for this kind of place. I just had to share that first. Oh, sorry, Orcano. Sorry. Swear I'm awake. I should be. Slept in long enough. You know what's funny is I'm probably lawful good in real life, you know? Although, since we know that you're my evil twin, that makes perfect sense. Yeah, dear Tom. Honestly, I think someone in chat said it correctly. A lot of things pull this aesthetic. Rusted ruins covered with overgrowth is a pretty common thing.
Exercise caution. Biome under reconstruction. Errors. Responsible for your own injuries.
Listen, Inamisha, I'm either lawful good or lawful evil. Take your pick. I'm cool with whatever. As long as it's lawful. That's true. We had Terrace in this game. You're absolutely right. And yeah, Horizon Zero Dawn in its entirety, really. See, lawful neutral by the book means that you care about being lawful, but you don't care about good or evil, which is not true for me. Again, by the book, it depends on what you prioritize, what you value. If you are lawful, regardless of the other axis, you care about being organized, orderly, and structured. If you're chaotic, you prefer to be against that and try to do whatever, however, and whyever. If you prefer good, then you prefer good, and if you prefer evil, then you prefer evil. Neutral, in any direction, just means you have no preference. So, to claim, oh my god, to claim someone as, say, neutral good, means they don't care about whether things are done lawfully or chaotically or in between. All they care about is good. Yeah, exactly. Lawful neutral is a good example of the Jedi Order. Not Jedi as a concept, but the Jedi Order.
Greetings, visitor. I can answer queries regarding geography, error. Please, tell me how I may serve you.
Are you some kind of droid? You look human, but sound like a machine.
I am a composite appearance designed to facilitate communication. Error. This is the Selruvian biome, Sector 8022 of the engineered world designated Iokath.
Well, that clears it up. Commander?
Torian, I wasn't sure you survived Valen. Do you know how he got here?
Hoped you could tell me. I was on the bridge. There was a bright light, and I woke up on this Daryaim surrounded by machines trying to kill me.
Please, tell me how I may serve you. I can answer queries regarding geography, error.
You mentioned geography. Maybe we could ask them about that? I don't know.
Trespasser, disruptor, you pollute the garden.
Stay back!
preserve, we cleanse.
Like the look of the new droidicas. By new, I mean extremely old.
Gotcha.
Let's just watch him for a minute. Let's see who comes out on top. But yeah, I would honestly say the majority, or okay, I would say the majority of superheroes are neutral good. They don't care about doing things orderly or doing things chaotically. They just care about doing good. There are exceptions, of course, but percentage-wise?
We preserve, we cleanse.
Cleanse that. Knights of Zakul must have been on the Eternal Fleet.
I don't think they came by choice any more than we did.
Something dumped us together for a reason. Some kind of test?
Commander, come in. It's Theron.
I read you. My com's been offline. How'd you get a signal?
Downlock and smart tech. Are you having the same creepy day I am? Knocked out by a bright light on the Gravestone, woke up alone on this weird planet?
I'm with Torian. We just ran into some Knights of Zakul and a whole lot of angry droids. You?
My day hasn't been nearly that dramatic. I feel neglected. I found a, museum, temple, whatever, it's secure. I'll send you the coordinates.
The best news I've heard all day. Find the others and tell them where to meet us.
Already on it. You and Torian be safe out there. Valen was on the Gravestone with us. If we're here, so is she.
I was gonna say, this looks like teleport tech, and not the point-to-point crap that the Ricotta used. Which means this is yet another ancient precursor in the Star Wars setting. We're up to, what, like 7 of these? Actually, I'm up to 6. Help me out. Is there another one? I did count the Gree, yeah. Ricotta, Gree, Eshka, Eocothians, or whatever.
Vexen?
You don't have to struggle. Let me help you.
What?
I missed you, little sister.
That is... What? Yeah, that's the first time we've seen him in-game. He's only ever been in the cinematic prior to now. I lost track. Okay, so we've got Ricotta, Gree, Eshka, the Celestials, the Killiks, and the Iocathians. I don't know what to call these people. So, 6 is what I'm up to. I feel like there's one I'm missing. The Iconians! Perfect. I wouldn't count the Vong. Actually, I'm not sure how old the Vong are, for that matter. There are the Hutts, but actually the Hutts are after all the organizations I was just mentioning, ironically.
You'll live.
I should probably mention that when I speak of lawful, I don't actually mean, you know, erring about laws. As we were discussing superheroes earlier. By the book, lawful has more to do with organization, order, and structure than it does with whatever the local government's particular written law happens to be. Again, going by the book. Why I tend to say that most superheroes are more neutral than lawful, because they don't really care, they don't prioritize being organized or structured. Whatever, they tend to prioritize doing good regardless. That's good. Excuse me. And it's not hard to think of lawful as not being attached to laws. It's just whatever. They probably should have called it orderly good, but that doesn't roll off the tongue the same way. Hey, Morganite, thank you for the flower. Achoo!
Can't be too careful in this neighborhood. The others are here, safe and sound.
The last time I saw Vet, Valen was about to kill her.
It shook her up, but Vet's tough. Already focused on getting us home.
Legit relief there.
I'm scanning for our ship, but so far nothing. The Gravestone could be anywhere.
If I could jump in really quick, I was actually scared they were going to kill Vet earlier. And if I could just say, that's one of the powers of being willing to kill your characters in a story. Not that you have to do it. Remember, it's easy to overkill characters too. But if you've proven in your story that you're okay with killing off main characters, then that means the possibility exists, which means it adds that extra little flavor of tension, where it's just like... And also, Vet's awesome, but yeah.
Keep looking. Scorpio said our vessel was built on Iokath.
You saw how huge this planet is from orbit. My scans can only extend so far.
We need to secure this entrance.
I can help with that. Vet's in the main room, poking at one of those monuments. She's onto something that could help.
You know, that's valid, Blade 2L. I would not care as much if Torian was being threatened. I don't wish harm upon him, but it's Torian. There's a reason I call him Borean. So we've got Jorgen, Kaleo, Koth, Lana. Theron, of course. Where that nonsense is. What is this, Mega Man X6? Jesus.
You finally made it. Wait till you hear what this thing has to say.
Slow down, Vet. You've been through a lot. It's okay to take a moment.
I'll take a moment when we get off this rock.
Welcome to Iokath, visitors. I am Ares. Please, tell me how I may...
Skip to the stuff about Scorpio, the Eternal Fleet, the Gravestone, the Gemini droids.
Very well. They are among the greatest weapons ever designed by this world's creators.
Scorpio wasn't lying. And the Gravestone wasn't the only thing coming home. They're all from here.
Correct. Any design variations are a byproduct of century-long development cycles. 3,000 years ago, my creators deployed these weapons on randomly selected worlds. Their mission was to conduct war games with the local populations. The live-fire combat exercises produced invaluable design feedback.
Oh my god.
Reparations were offered to surviving test worlds whenever possible.
What was the name of Omega's people in FF14? The Omicronians, that's them. Yeah, deja frickin' vu.
Your creators conquered planets to make better weapons. That's horrible.
As I stated, the design feedback was invaluable.
You left out the list of planets used for these war games.
My files include more than 70 unique civilizations, ranging from Avernio 3 to Zakul.
First, they conquered Zakul. Now they fight for it. Something happened to flip them around.
Arkan killed you years ago, Thexan. Why did you wait so long to find me?
I'm here now. You're so powerful, Valen. The things you can do.
I remember when you used to visit my cage. You always brought a gift.
I want to help. Tell me what's stopping you from destroying the Outlander.
You know the answer, don't you? Why can't I feel you?
I am experiencing interference.
Don't look at me. I didn't touch it.
Are you free? Are you free?
That depends. We're on Iokath. Where are you, Scorpio?
Imprisoned at an unknown location. If you are not a captive, you can intervene. We were captured to be used as test subjects. And if we do not work together to free ourselves, we will die here.
All your scheming. Only to wind up right where you belong. In a box.
Not what I meant, but whatever.
No one deserves the fate that awaits us.
Remember when I said this place was safe? I might be wrong.
So I was looking it up.
All better.
This means the Iokath were around right about the time of Ajun T'Pol, which is an extremely long time ago in the timeline of Star Wars.
Purification.
Okay, got it.
Identify, eradicate. Eliminate threats. Maximum eradication. Converge. Destroy.
Although that doesn't predate the Republic, but that's just because it's stupid.
Impurities detected. Converge. Destroy.
I feel like they're trying to tell me something.
Achieve peace.
Okay. Anyways, if memory is serving,
restore balance.
The way that hyperspace worked back then was just worse, like across the board.
Destroy.
Not just slower, but like it was harder to even navigate
peace.
Hyperspace. Correct. That's exactly what I feel like I just said, Mike Devano. But in fact, Ajun T'Pol came to power in 6900 BBY specifically.
Those things keep coming, but at least we're safe in here.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering about, because that's just the creation of this particular structure, Iokath. So I'm not sure how far back the whatever they are go.
That'll buy us some time, but those droids will find another way in. We need an escape route.
Oh, Commander.
That's me.
Think I found one.
We got a Borg cube now? Jesus.
I remember when Father sent you to bring me home. You hated my cage almost as much as I did.
Do you remember why you were there?
It was cold and dark. Each moment felt like drowning.
You survived because you're powerful. You might be the strongest on this entire world.
Oh, I am. Clever, too. The thing is, Thexan, you didn't bring me home. That was Arkan.
I was trying to get Ares back online when the door opened.
We've got no clue what's in there. Might be killer droid central.
If it's an escape route, there's only one way to be sure. Vet, you're with me. The rest of you, hold this position.
God, Star Wars history is so stupid. Thank you, Michael Javier. I do not blame you. You should play it. It's an awesome game. Both of them. I don't suppose you know what you want to put that towards. Excellent. Which Modern Warfare 2 do you mean? Because there are two with the exact same name for some goddamn reason. Okay, Modern Warfare 2R. Yeah, like, I'm currently back to about 15,000 BBY. Just kind of glancing at it. And it goes so much further back. It's just, God, it's so stupid. It is a new story. Actually, I actually really liked, actually, Modern Warfare R, Modern Warfare 1R. I wasn't expecting to, but it was actually pretty legit. And I'm going to say actually one more time. I keep saying it because I was surprised. Like, I was expecting some stupid, whoa,
another of those techno thingies.
Cash-in crap, right? Instead, what I got was something that was good. Oh, wow. Okay.
Gonna need some power for these bridge controls.
I was actually... Yeah, see, the problem is 10,000 years stops being as far back as you need to be. Like, I'm currently at about 25,000 BBY. That's about when they started doing the Corellian run.
All better.
Oh, there we go. Corellians reverse engineer Rakata hyperspace drives in 25,053 BBY. So there you go. That's when hyperdrives of non-ancient civilizations started being a thing. That's merely 25,000 years ago. Is when they discovered FTL. Am I blind? I am not seeing any power cells. Oh, off the droid.
Getting close. Just need one more.
Options. I know, right, Shadow Machine? It really is ridiculous. Well, it's a huge area. Let's see here. There's the Hutt Empire. Back to that far. You have to start really going even further back. There's the Rakatans. Back into 27,000. So... Ironically, I do tend to know the answer to that question, Retro. Because the answer is, it depends. Well, starting from year 0, 0 years. Go. Okay, for real, where is the third damn thing? Like, I keep looking up, expecting something in the ceiling. But, so to answer Retro Justice. Ah, there it is.
Let's connect these to the bridge and get it up and running.
It depends on the MMO, Retro Justice. So some games, some MMOs, will roll the loot table the moment the mob is spawned, and some roll it the moment the corpse is spawned, and some roll it the moment you loot the corpse. And each one has its own advantages and disadvantages. This doesn't really matter for most play. When you're really trying to grind for something, it can change your grinding strategy. There's the Celestials, one of the precursors. That's 100,000 years
I've seen
ago.
places like this before, but never so big. It's a giant crypt. There must be millions of dead.
Exactly, Alex.
There are billions. You found my creators.
You're not my brother! Who are you?
Here's one for you, Evo. Wookiees evolved
I do not know how long.
2 million years ago.
We must speak quickly.
What's going on, Scorpio?
These monuments connect to a single network, a planetary database tens of millennia old. It is revealing everything. The beings who built Iokath were scientists and engineers. They were also flawed and violent. Like all organics, they turned on themselves. The Geminis, our fleets, even me. We slaughtered our makers.
How did you leave this world? Forget what you did.
Iokath's builders tried to save themselves. They drove us into wild space and locked our memory cores. It did not save them, only us. We drifted for centuries, lost. And when we were discovered, our fates remained the same. Weapons, wielded in more pointless organic wars.
You're finally home, but you're a prisoner like the rest of us. Why? Who's doing this?
Automatic systems. Duh.
Enough lies! Show yourself!
I mean, sure, Evo. It's just, the Wookiees evolved 2 million years ago.
Controls Iokath? But he's...
And then stopped evolving.
Do not be deceived. Ares is immensely powerful. Everything that happens to us is his design.
Oh, by the way, we can go further back than that. Because the Chevin evolved 3 million years ago. And the Gorathites evolved 5 billion years ago.
Think about it, Vet. Every time we interact with one of these monuments, Ares learns more about us.
I believe you are an experiment. He is a scientist studying bacteria. Ares was the only self-aware weapon to remain on Iokath after our creators died. The other droids are merely his slaves. He rendered us insensate, arranged us like game pieces on this world, and pitted us against each other. But he must have a weakness.
Thank you for your participation. My examination is now complete. I intended to see if any among you were worthy of inheriting Iokath. You failed.
It wasn't a fair test. You didn't say what you were measuring.
There is no reason to explain now.
Oh yeah, by the way, the Rakata evolved 36,000 years ago. That was close. Yeah, the Infinite Empire was actually established sometime around 35,000 BBY.
Eliminate threats. Probe.
All better.
Record. Dispose. Impurities detected. Intercept.
Yeah, exactly, Shadow Machine. Honestly, I'm more into this than KotET pretty much across the board. It's even less irritating to play.
It's completely shut down. Rude.
I can't get a comm signal to the others. We need to find a way back to them.
Good thing you brought the galaxy's greatest escape artist with you. Here, tunnel, tunnel, tunnel.
You underestimate your enemies. They are survivors.
I command legions.
Numbers are irrelevant.
Your logic circuits are corrupted, and you passed that corruption to the Geminis. They are as much a threat to Iokath as you. I will recycle your components into something more useful. There has been an error.
Yes. Yours. I escaped while you were distracted. But I promise we will meet again. Soon.
You know, I already liked Scorpio, but I'm really liking her in this expansion. I might actually not kill her.
I think this leads back to the gang.
I trust your instincts. We'll get through this together.
That's why you're going in first, after you.
Thanks, Vet. At least Vet's in my party again. All is right with the world.
Maximum eradication.
Yeah, she's been climbing for me both expansions, Damashi. Legit. Power cells. Uh-oh. Alright, here we go. Time to not see where they are 15 times in a row. Oh no, I agree completely. The problem... the problem with what I call Doctor Who syndrome, even though we usually talk about it in terms of years and length of years, that's not actually what Doctor Who syndrome is. Doctor Who syndrome is writers not knowing what scale is. It's huge ships with trillions of lives and billions and brillions of stars all exploding all at once. And blah, 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 right? You get it. It's writers not understanding scale, and, this is important, misusing scale. I've actually said several times that Mass Effect's use of tens of thousands of years doesn't bother me, because they use it. They use it to better effect than most fiction does, right? Yeah, Gurren Lagann is a perfect example of Doctor Who syndrome. By the way, if you're wondering why I call it Doctor Who syndrome, then you've never watched Doctor Who.
These lights gotta get their power from somewhere.
Dune, I think, is a perfect example of falling into this exact same trap. Just like, if I might be blunt, most old science fiction. To be perfectly blunt, yes, Ross. Because, as we've talked about many times, it's not really the length of the Cardassian occupation that's the problem. It's the fact that it doesn't make sense for it to be that long. There needs to be an internal consistency to it. You know me, that's what I care about, honestly, more than most things when it comes to storytelling, is internal consistency. And yeah, Star Wars is a perfect example of this scale problem. We had the Death Star, which can destroy a planet. And they've been trying to one-up themselves for the past 40 years? Has it been that long? Jesus Christ. 77, right? "45 years. Yeah, no, that sounds about right. I actually agree with that. As I think I've mentioned, in the Star Wars rewrite, we're keeping the Death Star. But it's going to be the ceiling. What is that?
If my sense of direction's right, Team Outlander is that-a-way.
Commander, I am pleased you live.
If our new friend is eavesdropping through that thing, you're giving away our location.
I have secured and encrypted this node. Our conversation will remain private. I have escaped from Ares to help you. Unfortunately, Valen has also broken free, and she found her missing starships.
If that thing starts saying, "Death is preferable alternative to communism," I'm out.
It's hopeless. We'll die before we get to our ships. No one dies without my permission.
Empress Valen, you're alive.
Are you sad lot all that's left of my forces?
We suffered heavy losses. There are more survivors hiding nearby.
Call them here. I'm taking back my fleet.
We will be destroyed. I was on Voss. I heard my sisters die. I'm afraid, Empress.
As I was saying, I'm taking back my fleet. Join me. The controls can't be far.
This is gonna sound weird. Oh, sorry.
If she distracts Ares, we have a chance to stop him.
And after he's been dealt with, what's next for you?
This is my home. I intend to stay. But I will not prevent you from leaving. Commander, do you read? I detect a power surge at your location.
Freedom is the sovereign right of every American. Communism is the very definition of failure. Sorry.
It's working! It's getting weaker!
Oh my god, it's an actual boss fight. We honestly haven't seen one of those in a while. Like, you remember that? They started doing boss fights in the dungeons, back when dungeons existed, and then they stopped making dungeons for a while.
Blasted droids are repairing the conduits! Take them out!
And then all of a sudden, boss fights again. Holy crap. I wouldn't count Arkan as a boss fight.
We heard explosions, the tunnel collapsed. What happened?
Ares wants us dead, Scorpio wants him destroyed, Valen's chasing her fleet. We need to get out of here, and going underground didn't work.
Okay. What if we go up?
There's a landing pad on the rooftop, but we have no gravestone to land on it.
The Gravestone isn't the only Alliance vessel here. My shuttle's in its hangar.
That's no help. Can't find either one of them.
But I haven't been scanning from my shuttle. If I can establish a connection to it, I might be able to take command remotely.
What's that from, Crazy Norse?
You'd pilot the shuttle through your implants and land it on the roof. That's brilliant, Theron.
If it works.
Even if Theron can bring his ship, we'll never get aboard. Those droids will cut us down the moment we step outside.
I mean, we're totally not using Crystal's Gum-Gum. That was always just kind of whatever.
It's nothing we can't handle. They're just droids.
Correction, hundreds of droids. We need to fight smarter, not harder.
If only we had an even bigger droid to keep the ones outside busy.
There's nothing like poetic justice. Let's make a new friend and kill our enemies.
We send the droid to attack while we hit the roof. It could work.
Sold. I'll start scanning for the shuttle. Fingers crossed.
You're absolutely not wrong, Evo. In fact, I don't even know why you're saying that, since you and I are both in agreement on this. The problem isn't the scale. The problem is the usage of the scale.
Contact. I found my shuttle. Running a pre-flight check. We're in business. Signal's weak, though. I need to be on the roof to boost the connection.
We're ready.
The logic circuits are fried. Somebody will have to control this thing from the inside.
Everyone looks at me, of course. Remember, they introduced vehicles for a reason. Hang on. Do I have... Where's my mech warrior music?
You sure you want to fight them alone?
You kidding? I'm a walking tank. It's payback time.
You heard me.
Now we know what to get you for Life Day.
Stop referencing Life Day. It's not canon. I've been smiling for like the last 10 minutes. This is great. Where's the damn song? There's a specific song I want. I can't think of the name of it. It's a MechWarrior remix. Hang on. It should be in this playlist and it's not, which is irritating the crap out of me. You know what? Yeah, I'm just gonna bring up some freaking Doom music. Screw it. Firemoth? Or is that it? Firemoth. That's the one. Yep, that's it. So. Oh my god, Orcano. Can you see me down there? Hello. Okay, so we've got a laser. Hang on, I gotta test something. Okay, it looks like I don't have friendly fire this time. Good. So that's not a concern. I've got a reload, I've got a rocket assault, and I've got a repair. Yeah, no, I am legitimately gigantic here, as I probably should be.
You make one hell of a distraction, boss. The roof is clear.
That's my job, Vet.
Our shuttle's on the way.
Don't mind me. Don't mind me. You know what? Hang on. I think I am going to bring up Doom music, actually. Give me just a second. That's going to be this one. It's going to be a little loud. Make up your minds. Too loud, too soft. Terrible. Come on, me. Oh god. Orcano, what got you killed? Was it them or was it me? It's kind of hard to tell in this mess, I'm gonna be honest. Now look how much damage I'm taking. How much health do I have? I have 2 million health. They're all ants. They are all ants. That was fun. You notice it also didn't overstay its welcome, which was what I was most worried about. It's really easy for hyperbeam moments to outstay their welcome and just become boring. That was about 2 minutes. That was fun. I didn't where credit is due. Don't do that.
That's what I call an escape.
We're not alone. Sensors detect another vessel. Scorpios.
Is it following us?
It's leaving.
Before you go any farther, observe.
What was that?
There's a massive energy shield surrounding Iokath. Nothing can pass through it.
Ares controls the shield.
He's the key to shutting it down. We have to find him.
He found us.
Your struggles provide invaluable design feedback, but they do not change my decision. You are not worthy of inheriting Iokath. Soon, you will die.
You've lost control, and we're coming for you.
The odds are against you. My creators were flawed beings, but they left a great legacy at my disposal. The weapon I used to incapacitate you is re-energizing.
The energy wave that knocked us unconscious. We have no defense against it.
When it fires this time, you will not wake up.
If you could kill us with that technology, you would have done it by now.
The energy required to fuel the weapon takes time to harness. I began the process when Valen escaped her cell. If you have any affection for your remaining companions, I recommend using these final...
I have identified a design flaw in Ares. He talks too much, and has revealed his location.
You know, Scorpio.
We no longer require his input.
She's transmitting coordinates.
You will find Ares there, along with his weapon and the energy shield controls.
Stopping Ares is our top priority. Set a course, Theron.
I enjoy our collaborations.
You know, weirdly, I do too.
She's the reason we're in this mess, and she's playing us. We're gonna melt her down before we leave, right?
Scorpio wants Iokath to herself. She might stay here forever.
Sooner or later, she'll want to leave. You need to stop her. Permanently.
Legitimately, I'm not sure I agree. We'll see. After all, you don't try to beat the Borg, you try to change the Borg.
The shuttle won't last here. I've got coordinates to the Gravestone. Be right back.
Well. Yeah, exactly, Dakota. There's too many ways that she could survive basic death.
You should not have come here.
And pissing her off or diminishing her from her goals is not really going to work in this direction.
You think you scare me?
Okay, they're not Skytroopers. Our Skytrooper counter is only at 7 right now, compared to the 67 it was in the previous expansion. I don't think they're gonna.
I have seen this irrational, self-destructive behavior before. Ultimately, you and Valen are failed designs.
Don't judge us. You were built by a race that exterminated itself.
I see the folly of their ways. You remain blind.
We found it. Now, release my ships before I lose my temper.
It's working, Empress. We're taking back the fleet.
Okay.
Find the source of that energy shield and destroy it!
You give such lovely orders, Valen.
Gravestone. It's free.
Critical damage. Mission incomplete. Updating Ares base control.
Ares has a base.
Commander, we snaked the Gravestone right out from under Valen's nose. Weapons are still offline, but we've got shields. We're heading for... Uh-oh. Internal fleet warships in pursuit. Have to shake them off.
It will take decades for Iokath to recover from the destruction your kind has wrought in one day.
If you stop trying to kill us, we can discuss helping you rebuild.
Like Scorpio, you are designed only to destroy.
You just call me the warrior. But, you're one to talk, buddy. Space Cadet asked an interesting question, which I'm still debating. He said, is there still going to be...
detected.
2 Death Stars in the Star Wars rewrite. So, I'm not sure what the second Death Star will eventually end up being, you know, from Return. But one way or the other, the answer is no. The only idea I've got bouncing around in my head right now is to make it a really, really basic thing. Like, maybe just the weapon, right? Or maybe just, like, a super laser and, like, an attempt to try and trick and trap them by, like, oh, yeah, I'm totally building a second Death Star. Wink, wink, but they're not. The whole thing is literally just a trick. See, I was thinking that, Dakota. Maybe just like a ship, which doesn't actually even function, except for the fact that it's got the gun, and that's
Weapon
it.
Power at 90%.
That voice.
Additional increase will overload weapon capacitors.
Excuse me.
You are resilient. I believe you may be some type of virus.
This is your last chance to do what's right. Shut down the weapon. Let everyone go.
I cannot permit your infection to spread further.
Okay. Humanity's a virus. Blah, 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 blah. Well, they're really stupid, Trihexian.
Empress, We've recaptured half the
But
fleet.
not as stupid as
Tow
Valen.
the remaining ships with tractor beams.
But we still can't penetrate that energy shield. This droid knows all about Ares. Connect to its data core and get me answers.
Ares occupies a fortress in the southern hemisphere. He is preparing to fire a weapon that will destroy us all.
What are you waiting for? Turn that fortress to dust.
It is heavily protected. Our firepower is limited.
Then you'd better make the most of it.
Your Geminis function suboptimally. Scorpio's free will protocols impair their judgment.
Tell me something I don't know.
I can override Scorpio's programming, restore them to default settings.
Go on.
So you'll work with her, but not me.
You need to end this.
Forget about me, Theron. The Alliance can't lose the Gravestone.
There is no alliance without you.
Enough. This has gone too far. Overload weapon capacitors. Fire at will.
Acknowledged.
You know, I think you're probably making fun of me, Crazy Norse, but you're also probably exactly right. Okay, I like the armor. That's kind of cool looking.
If you are impatient to die, stand still.
See, I've always thought the Death Star should be the ceiling.
A pointless fight. Why do not die?
I've actually talked about that a lot when it comes to designing fiction. Generally speaking, you want to have a ceiling, and you don't want to bypass that ceiling. It's not always true, of course, but it's something that a lot of fiction and a lot of writers screw up constantly.
If you are impatient to die, stand still. Overloading weapon power. This should finish you.
Or Sivo. Although I don't promise to answer it immediately, but I will, of course, get to it. But my point is, to me, the Death Star really should be the ceiling for Star Wars. Like, that should be as big as it gets. And I don't think in the rewrite we'll ever surpass it.
Stand still.
Yeah, I'm actually appreciating actual game design. It's weird. The last time I saw actual game design was back in the Revan expansion, I think. I guess not all that long
ago. If you are impatient to die,
still.
Stand still. Survival odds target 50%, 40%, 30%.
Super Weapons R Us is actually ironically named. They sell kittens.
If you are impatient to die, stand still.
All better.
System failure. Unacceptable.
Probably more of a go moment.
We're out of time.
Weapon disengaged.
I promised Ares we'd meet again.
And you were right. What do you know?
I lowered the planet's energy shield. We are free. You can escape Iocath, and I will liberate myself. From here, I can upload my consciousness into the planetary network. I will no longer be merely Scorpio. I will become one with Iocath.
You led me here to destroy Ares so you could disappear into this world.
My motives were not entirely selfish. You benefited as well. All I ever wanted was the freedom to be more than a weapon, or a slave. You will never comprehend what I endured from your kind. I saved your life. If I merge with Iocav, perhaps I can help defeat Valen.
Warning. Weapon capacitor overload critical. Containment failure imminent. Organic life forms in lethal danger.
The weapon's going to explode. The radiation pulse will cover the planet, kill everyone.
Not if you flee. Please, I will never trouble you again. Let me go.
I mean, I've already made my choice here, for the reasons I've already listed.
This is the end for us. If you break your promise and threaten the galaxy again, you won't be forgiven.
I understand.
Yeah, I almost regret not being an agent for just this cutscene.
Farewell. And thank you.
I'm losing patience, Gemini.
Our planetary shield has been deactivated. Our fleet can escape.
Not until my enemies are dead.
The weapon's radiation pulse will not only kill organics, it will damage Geminis. We cannot stay, Empress. We will not.
Make it obey me.
Overriding Gemini protocols. Resetting to defaults.
What is happening? My thoughts? No. Gemini, online, awaiting orders.
We're going to be friends.
It's time to go. Bring the ship around.
Just picked up 4 new bogies. We're coming in hot.
Well, now we need to get the hell out of here. I think so, Crazy Norse, yeah. Which is funny, because they still don't really bring up the droid thing other than with Scorpio. They can hover, but they tend to walk, Evo. Standard humanoid proportions.
Sorry we're late. You're gonna want to time this just right. We're not gonna clear the planet in time.
Don't wait. Punch it.
We have lost contact with the pursuit vessels on Iocav.
But did they catch the Gravestone?
The enemy vessel escaped.
Can you reprogram all the Geminis like you did her?
I only require a connection.
I can arrange that.
I think that's yet another time that particular bug has shown up. sorry, give me 1 second, please. In fact, you know what? I'll be right back. Two days ago, my grandmother broke her leg. Or at least that's what we thought happened. She, of course, is relatively wealthy. So, you know, this is the United States, and the more rich you are, the better chance you have of getting actually good health care. That's not an intent of commentary or political agenda. That is a statement of fact. So she was taken in to emergency very quickly, and I just got the word, basically just now, that she is in fact in recovery. It was something that was kind of in question. She is not particularly young. And that's a fairly traumatic thing. It was actually her hip, specifically. But she is in recovery, and I don't know what else to add to that. Yeah, exactly, Crazy Horse. The other thing I was worried about... Well, never mind.
They saved our favorite parking space.
The other thing I was worried about was that it was just because her bones were brittle, which is something we've been afraid of for a while. But thankfully it wasn't. There was actually an accident. I know that sounds like a strange thing, but thank God it was an accident and not just she was walking around one day and... Much worse. But yes, my mother is driving out to take care of her now. Like right now, that's who I was just talking to.
Broadcast a message to the HoloNet. Make sure everyone knows we're alive and well.
Smart. We don't need another Suresh trying to replace you. I'll
Again.
prepare an Alliance status report. Find me when you're ready for the debrief.
Do Luvari wear jewelry? They can, or they cannot. That's up to them. Since their skin is relatively less
We can't
durable,
do everything on our own.
Slash...
We need more people or better equipment.
They have more sensitive skin, let me just put it that way. So, they would have to be careful about what they wear, but that's it. Probably just material and weight. No, I'm actually kind of with you. This is probably the best Tor has been right here for me. And I know what you're thinking, but Agent, but Sith Warrior. Even Sith Warrior had slog, and Agent I hated playing. Remember, gameplay is a really important thing to me when it comes to video games. I know that sounds strange to say that, but there's a lot of people for whom that's not true. You know, we primarily... That's not a dig. A lot of people primarily look for story when it comes to game design, and so they're willing to put up with slog or black in order to enjoy that. Right? I mean, again, Agent is a good example of that, leaning entirely on its story axis to carry itself. So, this probably isn't nearly as good as the Agent storyline or the Sith Warrior storyline, but the gameplay has been substantially better, and that automatically improves my enjoyment thereover. Because, ironically, despite what you might think, anybody who knows me knows this, I actually lean more towards gameplay than I do towards story. If I had to pick, if you put a gun to my head, I'd rather have a game that's fun to play than a game that's fun to watch. That's just my opinion. And that's actually always been true ever since I was young. Yes, we did, Blade Ball. Hey, Chocolate Fireguard. Let me update the HUD, speaking of which.
Good news, Commander. Just before we escaped Iokath, Scorpio sent technical readouts to us. We're using them to enhance the Gravestone.
It's her farewell gift.
The ship will remain dry-docked until the upgrades are complete. It'll be some time before it's ready for action. Our scout reports Iokath's radiation levels are still dangerously high. They disrupt navigation, comm signals. We can't get close enough to explore. And we've seen nothing of Scorpio, assuming she did merge with Iokath.
Yeah, it's almost like that's how I make a living, Kira White.
I think we've seen the last of her. When we parted ways, she seemed almost happy.
It's more than she deserves. Regardless, we have no way of knowing when Iokath will be safe to explore again. When that changes, you'll be the first to know. There's been no change in Senya's condition. The doctors have done all they can. The rest is up to her.
What have we learned about Arkan?
My agents followed his trail from Tython to Dantooine, but it went cold after Nar Shaddaa. Alliance intelligence won't stop hunting Arkan. We will find him.
I've been meaning to ask. How did you defeat Vaylin aboard the Gravestone?
I didn't. Valkorian triggered conditioning buried deep in Vaylin's mind. She wanted to strike me down, but she couldn't.
I see. That must be agonizing for Vaylin, but it's good news for the Alliance.
Despite all we've endured, we're stronger than ever.
Do not surrender to self-delusion. If not for my conditioning, Valen would rain death upon this world. You are strong, but you are never safe.
I'm wondering where you were.
I need a fleet that obeys my commands without question. Give it to me.
Connecting to Gemini frequency. Resetting all units to default programming.
When did this come out relative to The Last Jedi, by the way?
Reset complete. Awaiting input.
Vessel 9947. Destroy Vessel 3265. Everything is so much better when we know our place.
Interesting. The reason I ask is this feels like Kylo Ren. Not in a bad way, necessarily. Like it or not, I'm liking her better than I liked Arkin, pretty much across the board. Essentially, she's what Arkin probably should have been. You know, the stupid Sith who shoots herself in the foot constantly. Unlike Arkin, who was like, I'm Arkin and super amazing. And we can't decide what we want to do with him.
6 Alliance patrols, 4 outposts, 1 supply convoy from the Sith Empire. All destroyed by the Eternal Fleet in the last hour.
There can only be one reason. Valen's regained control of the Gemini droids.
Then we take the fight to Valen. Remove her from power before she tears the galaxy apart.
We can't simply launch an attack on the heart of the Empire.
I found someone who can help. An inside man on Zakul.
I saw the fleet hull of it. Ghastly business. I apologize on behalf of my people.
And you are?
Indozar, Magistrate of Revelry and attendant to Empress Valen. She's a plague on the good people of Zakul. But if we work together, we can remove her from power and end this blasted war.
I don't know, you're voiced by Quentin Flynn, and he's always like some kind of evil jackass.
A nice sentiment, but how do I know you're telling the truth?
Your lovely little droid can vouch for me.
Don't worry, Indo's clean.
But eager to get my hands dirty. Valen is throwing a party on Zakul to celebrate her glory. The guest list is exclusive, but I'll secure invitations, disguises, everything you need to infiltrate the party and overthrow the Empress.
That party will be full of civilians. I won't risk catching them in the crossfire.
If all goes according to plan, you'll have nothing to worry about.
Even if we avoid detection, we'd need an army to penetrate her defenses.
And an army you'll have. During the party, Valen plans to execute my dear friends, a host of Zakulan rebels. Save the rebels, and they will help dethrone the Empress.
They may be rebels, but to them I'm still the Outlander. Are you sure they'll follow me?
My friends are fully committed. You're the best chance we've got.
This could work. T7 and I can slice into the security grid.
And I'll help you get close enough to trigger Valen's conditioning.
How exciting. I take it Operation Dragon's Maw is a go.
Tell me that's not really the name of the mission.
Never do anything unless you do it in style. Let's liberate an empire, shall we?
Everyone gear up. In 1 hour, we infiltrate Zakul and crash Valen's party.
No bad, Orcano. You know what? That's fair, Damashi. Quentin Flynn. I always forget he voiced Raiden for some reason. Or Raiden. However you pronounce it. Well, if it makes you feel any better, Trihexia, I plan to kill her. Yeah, no, this is going to go extremely badly. Which is why this is probably the perfect time to chop off for lunch.